This is my mid-1980s MTH RailKing basic model. I've had it since mid-80s. It's been an excellent runner. Been very happy with it. A couple years ago I started running real intermittently, and I worked on the plug. I thought that's what it was. I replaced the motor. Thought that's what it was. Nothing fixed it. Finally just got flustered and put it up. Been sitting over here on the shelf. But I got a friend in North Carolina. He's got a Berkshire. Been sitting in a box for many years. He put his on his test track and it was dead. DOA. We got to talking about it, and I told him I had one. Mine worked, but it just was intermittent. It would stop all of a sudden for no reason. So I took my tender shell off, showed him what I had. He showed me what his tender shell inside looked like. You know, the tender electronics, they were identical. So I said, well, maybe my tender would make your engine run. We got to thinking about it. So that night I was thinking about it. Next morning I came out here and put it on the track. It would only run backwards. I thought, what the heck? What's going on? So I started messing with a switch under the tender. It would just kept backing up, wouldn't do nothing on it. Flipped it back and forth, maybe 50 times. Then it started working, and the smoke unit started working. So I thought, what the heck? I hooked it up and it ran, but as I was running it, the tires broke. So I had to cut them off, and then when that happened, of course, I got no tractive effort at all. And I had that frog snot, but I'd never tried it before. So I'm going to try it now. I was working on my MTH Hudson, which is just a basic bottom of the line locomotive. It's it doesn't have proto sound. It's just got forward, neutral, reverse, and smoke unit, and a weak whistle. But as I was trying to help a friend in North Carolina get his Berkshire working because it's dead, I was fumbling with mine this morning. I had a terrible time getting it running. I had to flip the switch back and forth a whole bunch of times in the tender. It finally woke up and started going forward, neutral, and reverse. And the smoke unit started working, but the traction tires were so dried out, they broke. So in an hour and a half of fumbling around, I finally got it to run, but of course it has very little traction effort. So many months ago, when this happened, I found this stuff called Bullfrog Snot. So I'm going to try it. I tried to find traction tires for it, and I couldn't find any. I mean, there's 1,000 of them out there. Well, which ones fit the Hudson? I don't know. And I may have traction tires in my parts box. I don't know, but I'm just going to do this. And what I did was I put tender on the track. I got negative to the trailing truck, positive to the rollers. It works. Must have a bent axle or something. But it works. And they say to run it away from you. Put the snot in the groove here, and then lay some kind of a putty knife type thing on here and just drag it back this way, and that'll get it nice and smooth. And then you let it sit for overnight or maybe 24 hours, and you should have green traction tires, which of course are ultimately going to get black with carbon. So we'll see what happens. I'm struggling, and I'm making a mess. I don't know. Boy, this is really difficult. the best I can. This is very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. Damn, I shut it off. Still got to do some cleanup. Looks a little rough. But last night when I tried it, it was real hot out in the garage. It was 100 degrees out here, or 98 at least. And you can see this one over here, I got really good. This one here was a little more of a struggle. But I'm going to let it set up. That's where I was messing up last night, I think. I was trying to get it perfect. And you can't. You got to let it set up. And then once it sets up, you can then take a sharper knife and clean this up out here on the side. Clean it up. Take the engine, remove the engine, the motor from the casting, and clean the casting up. This is going to work out okay. I'm going to start using Bullfrog Snot for traction tires. And I can hook it up. I can hook it up here, upside down, set the engine in the vise. Works out great.